Early thoughts on PoE2 from the perspective of a non-ARPG seasoned veteran. Let's start off with the fact that this game is still early access, and not even a week has passed as of yet. Not to make excuses, but of course, just to say let's all take a chill because there's a long way to go. Personally, I think the in-game graphics are superb, with a great art style and very immersive. It is a lot more challenging than I thought it might be. If you have not picked or tried the WASD option yet, then please do so. It makes the gameplay far more fluid, being able to back up and aim with your mouse as you go. It really does make a huge difference. With the added bonus of the spacebar to dodge, it genuinely feels like that action part of an ARPG is definitely enhanced. Gear wise, it does seem to be more sparse to find so far. I do hope this changes at later levels, especially the end game, or if not, that it will be addressed. I'm not after the PoE1 style of loot, where the entire screen is littered and you need a loot filter. However, I do think that better rewards from the bosses, especially with the challenging mechanics that they use. Speaking of the mechanics, they are very unforgiving in many of the circumstances, and I think this is mostly due because of the camera angle, or more to the point, how much you can actually zoom out with your camera. Many times it's hard to see the telegraphs of the bosses, or even worse, sometimes they are completely off the screen. In time I'm sure that this will also be addressed in some manner, or I indeed hope so. Not all the bosses are hard to read, and some provide great challenges that are good fun to actually overcome. I must admit, at the end of Act 1, it was hard, but a massive buzz when I managed to achieve it, and I'm sure many others have felt the same way. The passive skill tree of course is still huge. PoE is renowned for this. There are some filters to help with this, and so far it does seem a little bit easier than PoE1 to make a build. There are still so many different options and paths that you could make though, and because of this I do think that it could be quite overwhelming to new players, especially those that are brand new to the ARPG genre. Personally, I think if there was a recommended path for new players, even if up to a certain level, I certainly think that this would help beginners get a good grasp of the game before branching off and using other passive skills. I know that you can respec the passives with gold, and I think this is a brilliant addition, and I'm really pleased that they've enabled this. Personally, I think how they could make it even better for everyone, including new players, is to actually make the respecking free up until maybe around level 30. I think this would give a lot more scope for people changing and trying out different builds, and even help get more feedback in early access, testing out many more different options, especially up until the level 30 stage. The new way that the gems and the skills are done, I would just like to say a resounding well done to GGG. I think it's a brilliant move, allowing players to try out these different skills and combinations using the gems in this manner. It certainly helped me out a ton in trying out different combinations to overcome the challenging mechanics that the bosses provide. Have I died much? Well damn yeah, sure, loads. Is the game still a lot of fun? Oh hell yeah. And I think it's only likely to get better. Have fun, see you soon, and take it easy.